Hello and welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing lilsimsie's shell challenge. I was really inspired by the shape of this build, so I think I'm going to turn it into an art gallery. So I decided to make this the front of the build, which is the same thing that Kayla did in her video. It just kind of makes sense to me that this is the front of the building. The first thing I decided to do was determine where the stairs were going in this build. I ended up using the Get Famous stairs since they look very fancy and I wanted this to be a nice art gallery. I decided I was going to open up the second floor so you could see down to the bottom. I just thought it looked a little bit nicer and it gave more interest to the build. So if you don't know the rules of a shell challenge, I have to leave all of the walls that she already has placed, so all of the exterior walls, and there are a couple of these interior walls that I have to keep, which is another reason why I thought it would be good for an art gallery, since there's so many walls that are already placed inside. I originally wasn't sure where I wanted to put the bathroom in the build, so that's why I had it in that one corner downstairs, but I inevitably put it upstairs in the corner. Since I didn't have a ton of space for the bathroom, I kind of made it a unisex bathroom, so there's separate toilet rooms, and then there's a little area for the sink. I used glass doors into each of the toilet rooms. I know it's a little weird, but the Sims don't know any different, so it doesn't matter. At this point in the build, I decided I wanted the wallpaper everywhere in the art gallery to be very funky, so I chose a really nice one for the main area in the bathroom, and I chose rainbow colors for each of the toilet rooms just to make it a little more fun. So since I knew that I wanted to make the walls more interesting, I decided to pick a pretty plain flooring. I started out with this wood, but I ended up changing it to just a white marble. And I knew I wanted this one corner in the back to have a little bit of seating too. So now I'm just moving on to putting wallpaper all around. After I did the wallpaper on the bottom floor, I went outside and I chose the door for the front. I chose the door that came with the Get Together pack. I thought it was really interesting and it worked well for an art gallery. And because the entire build is very modern, I chose wall-length windows for all around the building, and I also used platforms as the roof. There was also a 1x1 square behind the staircase that I wasn't really sure what to do with. I tried to make it part of one of the areas, but I wasn't in love with it, so what I ended up doing towards the end is I made a little peekaboo window from the back of the building, so there's just a little statue in that 1x1 room that you can only see from the outside of the building, which I thought was pretty interesting. Again, since we're doing the modern build, I just chose a stucco for the outside, and I added some floor trim just to make the building look a little more interesting. I really like the stone that I used as a pathway towards the front door. I just hate that we don't have more colors for it. I feel like it'd be nicer in a less orangey shade. I also kind of wish we had a more pure white flooring that we could use for modern roofs. Since it is an art gallery, I just kind of threw some murals around the outside, so there are some that are completed and there are some that your Sims can do when they come over to the lot. I do think when you look all around the building, it does look a little crazy with all the different wallpapers that I put around, but I think it makes it fun, right? And then I was just adding a bunch of lights all around to help light up the paintings and the sculptures that I'm going to be putting in here. So at this point, I was just starting to satisfy the criteria of making it a museum, so I put in the sculptures, I was putting in the paintings. And so this is when I realized it looked a little crazy with all the different wallpapers, so I decided I wanted to separate some of the areas with columns and spandrels just to make it look like an archway a little bit. I do find it a little annoying that if you're trying to make a museum, they require you to have an easel in it. I feel like it kind of throws off the vibes for me. I think if you're going to an art gallery, you're not going to be doing art there, you're just going to be observing art. So I had this one back corner that was just a dark wallpaper, and I decided to use some kind of spooky paintings in that area. And here I'm adding a little bit of seating in this back area. So not only did I want a seating area downstairs in the back corner, but I also wanted to put a seating area upstairs in case your Sims want to chill out. Moving on to the upstairs, I'm adding the seating area upstairs that I was talking about earlier. I knew I wanted it to be pretty funky as well since the entire building is funky, so I used mismatched chairs. I didn't want it to look too off though, so I still had a color scheme going on. After that, I did a little bit of landscaping. I didn't go crazy outside because it was more so the inside that I was focused on. Also, I'm not very good at landscaping. So I had built this art gallery in Del Sol Valley on this lot. I did add this fun sculpture on the outside just to give a little more interest to the outside of the build. This is what the final build looks like. I'll just give you a quick tour. So when you walk inside, you have this seating area towards the back, a bunch of fun sculptures and paintings. There's the easel right by the stairs if you get inspired while you're here. Not a lot going on downstairs. We got this fun spooky area. Then when you go upstairs over the balcony, you can see the downstairs. There's this really cute seating area. And then we just have the bathroom with our colorful little bathroom stalls. And that's the build. So as always, it is available on the gallery. You can download it if you like it. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great rest of your day. Bye!